What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Tyler, and this CIF cross-country highlight is brought to you by the fine folks at Naples Rib Company. All of our cross-country coverage is sponsored by Joe Carlson and Debbie Hughes. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and we took the walk out at Mount Sac. Yes, this is not foggy London town. This is Walnut here for the cross-country championships early on Saturday morning, using a new course here at Mount Sac. The finish line's on the track now, as we've got the Long Beach Poly girls going up against the Wilson girls. It's been a rivalry all season long. Jackrabbits used to being in this spot, given the new course, however. Wilson Bruins, first time in the finals in 20 years, and both teams looking to make their way to state. Couldn't really see them at the start with all the fog, but here they come down the straightaway as we get this Division I race underway, the first race of the day, and it was a little chilly before that cloud cover kind of started to burn away and clear off. You can see as this first little loop comes around, you can see Avery Peck and Nadia Mejia there, Polly and Wilson respectively. As we take our first climb of the course at the 1 mile mark, Peck is in 15th for Polly, Mejia just behind her in 19th for Wilson, as they go up the hill and get ready for those switchbacks on this grueling course. Not quite as grueling as it used to be. We see Bruins and Jackrabbits running in pairs as we pull back and kind of check out the whole field, trying to catch up with the leaders. Meanwhile, Peck is looking for a pack as she's kind of all by herself here on this straightaway, kind of at the midway point of the race. Mejia in a similar spot for the Bruins. Now flash forward near the finish. Peck, you can see, laboring a little bit, coming up this hill. And meanwhile, Mejia charging up the hill on a great pace to close out this race with a kick. And through the fog, you can see Mejia in the white moving up on the track, and she would finish strong to take the top spot for the Long Beach runners, finishing 18th, a school record for her, 18:13.6. First individual out of the state meet, so didn't quite make it. Peck a few spots behind in 21st, 18:20.1. Both these juniors will be back next season. Senior Alexa Hernandez-Lujan is next, finishing in 35th, time of 18:52 for the Jackrabbits. Then Wilson's Riley Jones in 55th, 19:26, and then Audrey Buckley in 58th at 19:30 for the Bruins. Then freshman Sienna Young, a nice close, gaining 9 spots in the last mile to move up to 60th, 19:35 her time. Then 2 more Bruins, Avery Ericart in 63rd, 19:39, and Leticia Tovar 75th in 19:52, as Wilson's 9th in the team scoring, 2 spots out of state. Now to the boys D1 race, just the Millikan Rams in this one, 3rd straight year in the D1 finals for the Rams. Hoping to get out fast, but easier said than done. As you can see, the fog is completely cleared now by the 3rd race of the day. Rams of a feather, well, they should stick together. You'll see blue jerseys in bunches as the pack kind of flies by here. You can kind of pick out that Millikan blue and see that they're trying to bunch up and stay together as best they can. Nearing the mile mark, the Rams are back in the middle of the pack. Aiden Ransom is the first among them in 62nd, and then Brandon Hinojosa Garcia is 5 spots back in 67th place as they hit that mile mark. And we'll kind of stay with them as they climb, and you can start to see some of that Millikan blue head their way up the hill. And this is where the switchbacks are. So fun to see the runners kind of zigzag their way up to the top of this hill before they come down the straightaway, and beautiful scenes of fall. The leaves are changing. The runners are running. As Millikan, you'll see Jack Brown right there really started to make up time and pick off some spots. The final hill before the stadium, Hinojosa Garcia was first, but there's Brown continuing his rise, followed by Ransom, you see right here, and followed by Jack Walsh and Lucas Lindsay, the top 5 for Millikan as we head towards the finish. Brown, the top finisher for the Rams, he moved up 54 spots after the first mile to place 50th in 16:02. Hinojosa Garcia, 53rd, 16:04. Ransom, 71st, Lindsay, 72nd, both at 16:17, as Walsh ends up in 76th with a time of 16:21. Bryce Kobabe, 86th, Lucas Crockett, 94th, as the Rams end up 11th in the team scoring, and we wrap up cross-country season in Long Beach. We will see you for the track season before long. It's been a lot of fun following these distance runners, and if you want coverage of all other sports going on in the LBC, you got to stay tuned right here, the562.org, your home for Long Beach sports.